I'm like, what you mean Marlin just walked in? He's like, look at the door. And I looked at the door. Sure enough, here he go with his blue shirt on, that little ugly ass fedora, and his fucking Walmart shoes. Just walking, looking around. And I'm just like, fuck. He, like, damn it. He always trying to come and fuck or something. Like, why he came here? Like, what? Why? He was like, well, I told him where you were. I'm like, why you told him where I was? He was like, because he said he was down here looking for you. And I would rather tell him so that we could know when he gets here rather than him find us and you doing some shit. I was like, all right, that's smart. That's smart. Okay, that's smart. And then that's when Marlin spotted us. And I looked, he looked at me, he was like, hey. I was like, hey. And he walked over and gave me a hug and tried to give me a kiss on the lips. I turned my cheek so he could get, like, I turned my head so he could kiss me on my cheek. I'm like, nigga, we in public. I don't really fuck with you like that for real after that bullshit you don't pull. You on thin ice with me right now. So, like, no, don't do that in public. Like, nah. I already told you that we ain't together. You just my man friend right now. So now we not about to act like we together in public. Hell no. So I turned my cheek. He kissed the cheek. He was like, hey, how y'all doing? And he just tried to keep his arm wrapped around my waist or whatever. And I'm like, nothing, everything is good. He's like, I can buy y'all some drink, buy y'all around. I was like, yo, we actually about to go to another bar. Because Ron was like, yes, we finna hit up another bar. We gonna go somewhere different. Let's go somewhere different. Yes, Key, that's what we gonna do. In my mind, I'm just like, bitch, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. It's 3 niggas in here that I was flirting with, and now they finna see me with this. Like, no, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. And as we was walking out, Ronnie was pulled to the side by the security guard. And then his friend bitch ass was trucking right behind us. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm still walking outside. I'm like, I'm about to act like I wasn't up here wilding the fuck out, flirting with these people. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I was just flirting, you know? So we get outside. Ronnie come up. He come up to me and whisper in my ear. He was like, the security guard is pissed off. And I look, I'm like, fuck you pissed off? And then I looked over and Marlin looking dead at me in my mouth. He's like, what's wrong? Everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything fine. We just trying to figure out what club we gonna go to. Have you met bitch ass? And that's when I had pulled Ronnie's friend bitch ass over to Marlin. I'm like, this is Ronnie's friend bitch ass. Like, y'all talk. Ronnie, come here. Me and Ronnie go off to the side. I'm like, what you mean he mad? He was like, look, when Marlin walked in, this man was just like, that's her boyfriend? And I'm just like, yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. And he was just like, nigga, I can take that nigga. Like, I can take that nigga. I'm taking that nigga, girl. And I was just like, he said that? He was like, yeah, bitch, that's why I had to get you the fuck up out of there. Like, I had to get you the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck you did to him, but I had to get you the fuck up out of there. I was like, oh, okay, all right. He was like, look, we finna hit up Club 51, and we just gonna go from there. I was like, okay, cool. So we brought back over to Marlin now. Marlin was like, what y'all was talking about? I was like, we were just trying to figure out what club we was gonna go to. We're going to Club 51. He was like, all right, that's right over there. I'm like, all right, cool. So we walk over there. Of course, me and Ronnie, we already had our wristbands for when we was there earlier. Because we go there to get the wristbands just so that we can leave and be able to come back when it's a little bit more lit. And we ain't got to pay the cover charge. So we already had the wristband. So Marlin was the only one that had to stand in line to pay. And it's like, well, yeah, that's on you. So we get in there. We in there. I go straight to the bar because I'm just like, look, every club we go to, I gotta have me a shot and a drink before I start dancing. I have to. That's like one of my staples. So we go to the bar, have a shot, get me a drink. I'm sitting there, Marlin's just like thumping along, and I'm just looking at him like, nigga, you ain't got no rhythm. I ain't got no rhythm either. We not dancing together. Cause it took me to black people around. Hell no. No. So I'm sitting there just like bumping, sipping my drink, and the next thing you know, bitch ass come up to me. And like, I'm looking at him. He stands directly in front of me. Mind you, Marlin is on the side of me. Ronnie is on the dance floor, just having the time of his life. And I'm just like, why the fuck is bitch ass standing right in front of me, staring at me like what the fuck is this? So he's standing there staring at me, like trying to move. And I'm just like, I'm giggling a little bit. And Marlin kind of like step a little bit closer to me to kind of like create a little bit of barrier between me and bitch ass, because bitch ass was standing close to me, like literally close to me, facing me, not facing away from me, facing me. So I'm just like, okay, Marlon, step a little bit closer. And bitch ass just like, you know, you're really beautiful. You have such a beautiful smile. I'm just like, thank you. Like, thank you. And Marlon looking at me. And I'm like cutting my eye at Marlon. I'm just like, all right. And then I try to move and to go find Ronnie on the dance floor. So I'm out there like dancing with Ronnie. And I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Like, why the fuck bitch ass doing this right now? Like, he know I'm with Marlon, so why he coming on me like this? Like, he need to chill. Like, he need to chill. Ronnie's like, girl, I don't know what you doing to these niggas. But girl, all right. I got you. Come on, let's go over there. So me and Ronnie dancing back over to where Marlon and bitch ass was. So that Ronnie can grab bitch ass and then try to pull him into the crowd to get a dance so we can get him away from Marlon. So Ronnie accomplished that mission. So I got back beside Marlon and I'm just sitting there. I'm just standing there. I'm standing there with my cup in my hand, like just bopping a little bit because I'm feeling the music. I'm just like, oh, hell yeah. Like, yo, this is getting good. Then this random Hispanic guy come up, stands in front of me. He ain't looking at me like bitch ass was. He just stands like in front of me. So I'm still like just bopping. Marlon still off to the side of me. And then the Hispanic guy turned around and he was like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. Because I'm just like, okay, uh-huh, okay. And then he was like, you're so pretty. And I was like, I'm with my boyfriend. And then he looked at Marlon, looked back at me. He was like, you're so pretty. And I'm just like, yeah, thank you. Like, thank you. And that's when Marlon looked at me. He was like, man, I'm sick of this shit. And stormed out. And I'm looking at him. I look at the Hispanic dude. And I'm just like, he's sick of what? Like, what the fuck? Did this nigga just have a temper tantrum in the fucking club? He's sick of this shit. It's a grown ass man. You sick of this shit? And you storm out? So I'm trying to process it. I peep Ronnie. I go up to Ronnie. I was like, yo, this nigga just walked out. I was like, what you mean he just walked out? I'm like, look, this Hispanic guy came up talking to me while Marlon was there. He said he's sick of the shit and he just ran outside. So I guess I'm supposed to run out there behind him. So let me go run out here and get this little nigga. I'll be right back in. And Ronnie was like, okay, well, the club about to get ready to close anyway. We can go out there with you. I was like, all right, come, let's go out there and get this little nigga. So we go outside. And I'm looking around trying to find him. Because me and Marlon are the same height. I'm 5'4". Okay? That's him. Short, bald head guy. That is Marlon with Walmart shoes. I'm like looking for him. I don't see him. And then boom, I spotted him. I was like, oh. I walk over to him. I'm just like, what's up? What's going on? He was like, that's so disrespectful. I was like what? What's disrespectful? Like, what you talking about? He was like, the fact that I'm right there beside you, and the nigga still trying to talk to him. Like, look, I told him that you was my boyfriend. You heard me say that you was my boyfriend. He was like, but the nigga still kept trying to talk to him. I'm like, but I did my job. I told him you were my boyfriend. You felt disrespected, and instead of correcting him, you stormed out. How does that make sense? Like, you trying to gain, obviously he don't respect you, and you just show him why he shouldn't respect you even more. You literally stormed out the club because a nigga talking to me. You stand your ground and you tell these niggas like, nah, this my woman. Get the fuck back. You not doing all that. I'm not going to do your fucking job for you. He was just like, what? What you say to me? I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, I told him that I had a boyfriend and I pointed at you and you were standing directly beside me. That was your cue. Once he continued to try to talk to me, to say some shit to him. That was your cue. You didn't. He was like, and the other white dude, what you call him, bitch ass, he was doing the same thing too. I'm like, and again, everybody knew that I was with you. They knew that I was with you. You the one that sat there and let that shit happen.